Welcome back, my most ethical light and love crew, my angels of love and light, my cream crew, my divine panel. And most of all, angels of love and light, I publicly and personally welcome you in to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. So, I haven't really got much done today, on the latter half of the day. I mean, I got a considerable amount done, but it's just that I didn't expect towards the tail end of the day that I was gonna get like extremely bloated, loss of appetite, and the bloating is recognizable through like being attacked. And so this is just a reminder to beware or be aware. Yeah, moving forward, okay? Or backwards. So what came through is the Eight of Cups in reverse on the recipient side, which means it is the official comeback. It's here. It's here. Indisputable, it's here. Right side is, oh, on the doing side, the manifestation portion is Two of Swords in reverse. So do you see a bridge from arena to arena? And there's no blockage. The construction is done, and so it's ready for transit. Yeah. So for me, it's be aware. Yeah, for me particularly, it's be aware. And I did like all of the little tricks in order to you know, just the common things that I normally do in trying to block that stuff out. And it's not working as effectively as well as potently as it normally does. So anyway, I'm just here to, like, I haven't done every single thing, like, as a precaution. Like, I didn't move in haste or paranoia. I just knew that something had to be done, so I just figured a reading would kind of, like, make it go away. So, let's see. Okay, what does my divine... Oh, they already want to speak. They already want to speak. What is this? It's the King of Swords. This dude can be pretty abrasive, you know, as needed. Just matter of fact. And I'm starting to think with the manifestations of what's been going on, like, so, how do I say it? Like I have a crystal right here in order to, like, block some of the things that are happening, because, like, oh my gosh, it's on a group level. Whatever's happening is happening on a group level of attack. And so I don't know what this is all about, but it seems as though there's just a lot happening behind the scenes. And I would really love to believe that the King of Swords is on my side, but recently in one of the downloads that I got, like in my feed, what was provided was Alan Watts's explanation of how we'd love to believe that we're part of an elite arena, and that there's more of a divide that we don't realize in being like a do-gooder. And that's, like, I get what he's trying to say in all of that, but at the same time, I don't feel as though I operate in that manner. I feel like whatever has been provided is rather a reward, an unexpected reward, and therefore all the more valid. So I mean, I wouldn't say, like, in my previous days I was more of an asshole, but I was more of like closer to a wallflower, you know. And so I'm just noticing the differences in how people respond, how people interface with me, both on a public level of, I don't like, I could be like Joe Schmo or whatever, so easily dismissed, and the energetics have changed. So I know for a fact, this is a different arena, and I can't hold my realities on the conjurings or the observations of another. Like, I've got my own, regardless of how recognized these parties or individuals are, and regardless of how much I respect them with what they've already attained so far, what they've already discovered. I've got my own, like I said. So, okay. What does my divine panel want to say about reminders to beware? Yeah, let's do that. Beware. Yeah, we'll start with that. I feel like, hold on. Oh, there we go. I thought I couldn't really see what was going on, because like the screen, it does an auto like dark mode at a certain hour. Anyway, I did a bit more cleaning and did my walk today, and some stretching. Oh my gosh, seriously, as you get older, I cannot stress this enough. Like, it becomes harder to even stretch. So I'm trying to create an area where I can do that more regularly. And yeah, I think that's just very important on a daily basis, that I'm more in my body, and not so dismissive, like just out there, you know, like comfortable with what I've attained thus far in my realizations. Like, I've got to do the actualization part within my own being. So what High Priestess, and opened up to that 10 of Swords, or no, 10 of Wands. I am using the Fairy Lights Tarot. Okay, so this would have been the top of the deck, 10 of Wands. And as a reminder, this particular one is a realm of extreme responsibility. So in the High Priestess mode, High Priestess here is kind of like a little bit of a page in her wanting to immerse herself in the books, in the knowledge, etc. Like, just keep to herself. So therefore, she's more of like a maiden than anything. You see? So here, though, there's a realm of great responsibility, even with a singular dependent. So beware. That's what we are asking about. Okay, so number one, it is as a reminder, it's great to be the High Priestess. It's great to like have that in tow and in practice. However, what's no secret is that there's a lot of responsibilities that I have to answer to, that I have to own up to. And it's not to say that I'm neglecting my responsibilities. It's to, like, this is a checkbox reminder to keep up with those things. And so they're saying that I'm doing great so far. It's just a beware. It's, you know, like just caution, more of caution than beware. And so there's no threat imposed here. It's more like, what you're doing is correct. Just keep on going with that. Because there was an example that I was going to give. So like I said, I can pump out like anywhere from 3 to 5 videos per day, like to completion. And I don't have to do that. At sometimes, like today or yesterday, regardless of whether or not I feel the attacks and the bloating, uh, sometimes like I feel a little bad in hindsight when I realize, oh, I haven't caught up on this. In fact, in finishing up starting to finish up one of the videos, I realized that at that time I had 30 to 40 videos ahead of me to work on, and I'm not complaining whatsoever. Like, that just means a lot of work that I can own up to. But then now I counted like the baseline of how many videos are ahead of me now. It's 70. They've doubled. So sometimes I get a little ahead of myself in like wanting to like just like I can do it. And then I realized number one, to avoid burnout, because sometimes that gets to me. Like I just immerse myself in other things that I know that can be done. And when I look back in hindsight, I'm like, oh darn, am I behind on this? Like, so I'm questioning these things, which I think is normal for people. But I realize that's what they're saying. Like, don't question what you feel behind on, because it could be this or that. But just know that you don't owe anybody, like anybody over here, you don't owe them anything. You've already delivered enough output. This is just your learnings for the day, like something that you really like doing and something that you're really good at, that you're keeping up with. This is your practice, and that's great. Sometimes you can just do it in a singular facet. You don't have to go full out and do like the behind the scenes work and all of the other stuff that's involved in completion. You got more to your life than just this. And so long as you're not being paid for it financially, then, you don't really have anything to really answer to. You know what I mean? These are just like bonus points, like self-induced bonus points. So there's that. Okay. That's beware. Is there anything else that you want to say in my divine panel as far as reminders to beware? That too. 8 of Wands in reverse and King of Wands in reverse. Okay. Just beware that there are players that are not communicating everything to you. Beware that just because you're non-biased, Tina, doesn't mean that you should overlook the nature of what people are accustomed to. So you're not going to give them like the full clean slate on like acceptance rule that like, even though I have some things to learn from players, like different ways and methods, doesn't mean that it absolves them of like, oh, they're not going to do any harm to me or whatever. Even though I got the 3 of Swords in reverse, like it's going to be no heartbreak. That just means that I'm detached. I'm not going to go there, basically. But just understand that the nature of people, like, even though I'm highly favored, some things that they do are not really 100% against me. Sometimes, like, the things that are kind of ongoing, they don't want to divulge to me. And so just remember that. Just beware that there are certain things that are not communicated to you. But if you're supposed to know, you will know, Tina. That's what they're saying. Because the prefix was the High Priestess, and there's a great realm of responsibility. How am I going to handle those responsibilities without having, the immediate downloads that I need in order to take care of those things? So it's, I'm covered. Truly I am. So, Okay. 4 of Pentacles, ownership. Yeah, so they're just reiterating that 100%. In fact, this looks like more of like the Chariot energy, but like directing that chariot yourself, like off the vehicle and kind of pulling. You see? Just like that. There's that. All right, I feel like that's enough bewaring. I mean, my divine panel, do you want to say anything about like that, the thing that's like happening, like, oh gosh. And what they also wanted to remind me was that to avoid burnout and avoid, like, to keep it within the balance. Sometimes they do allow the attacks to happen, to kind of pop quiz test me on what I'm going to do. Am I integrating certain practices, whether that's preventative care and or damage control and or I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, that kind of energy. So there's 3 modes, like on a basic level, that they're kind of testing me on, as well as noticing that this is not the only thing that should consume my interest or attention, that there's so many other things, and so it keeps me aligned. These kind of interruptions are meant to keep me like kind of hot potato, like, where am I gonna go next? What am I gonna do next? Because there's other things that I can do. If something is trying to like deter me from doing this thing or whatever, then what else can I do? Because like a lot of those people who are attacking me are very like singular focused, and yeah, so it's it's basically, it's coercing me to do better, like just become my best. That's what it is. All right, so is there anything that you want to say about that? So obviously I have to get more physical. I have to be more in physical education. I gotta start doing that. Start integrating that more frequently. And so I set up my room kind of like that. It's in the mode of doing that. And so I can't do like a shortcut, like, okay, I'll do like 10 of these and then I'm done, and it goes away. No, they want me to stick to it. So I'm gonna get stronger inevitably. And in fact, when I haven't put my last video back from private to public. Like, I don't know why it defaults. It does that, like, flip-flop the deal. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, man, it keeps me honest. And speaking outside of vanity, it's just like the world brainwashes you on what beauty is, what beauty standards are. So the way I have been programmed to think, it's still there. So when I see like my midsection, I'm like, oh. But then I remember, oh, I'm a mom of 2. And I remember, oh, I've been through X amount of things. And then I remember, oh, I could always do better, you know? And so, like, there's all these things that are, like, hot potatoing around as far as perspective. So it's really good just to be aware of me being me in my own body. And then also, you know, the other defaults, which is like how I present myself, how I look to other people, what they might be thinking. And that's just kind of like even farther and farther and farther away from the bubble. But what I'm supposed to be focusing on is the core energy. So anyway, beware. Okay, about the stomach thing. Okay, so there's Knight of Swords. And then there's the Destiny card there, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So things are moving again really quickly. Something's moving in right quick, but so there's kind of like a pause. You know, like the fast forward pause button. That's what this looks like right here. Like, your destiny is still gonna move forward, Tina. But it's like, hold up. It's like a realm of gatekeeping, like, shh, everybody. Like, what do you call it? In, Forrest Gump, where he's, like in Nam, and he's walking with his other buddies, and they're just like, wait, shh. And then there's an attack. It's kind of like that. So, this is kind of like a foreboding, a premonition to be aware that not everybody's like people still got a chip on their shoulder. That's what that is. And so even though I don't need to focus on that energy, it's just more like more motivation to be my best self. Okay? Because then, you know, it gives them 0%, like negative percentage reason as to why they're going to be acting like dumb, you know? If you're setting a good example, they have lesser and lesser and lesser and lesser and lesser of a reason to be acting dumb. And primarily, you're setting a good example, non-biasedly. So that's the primary form of, you know, presentation. All right, so okay, so what do I need to be reminders of what I need to be aware of? Okay. Seven of Swords accentuated. Be aware. What is this? It hit like not just like this stool that's kind of sinking that I made. Like I thought, I was like, oh, it's better than what I had before, and it is slightly, like just ever so slightly, because it was a lot better than what I had before on the footstool. But like as the days go by, it's like it's sinking, it's like not doing its thing. But that's how you learn. I prefer failures like this than the more public failures, you know what I mean? Like, so these are generous doses of tryouts from the divine that I get to experience them personally when I talk about like, oh, you know, any realm of improvement is good. And I did away with this footstool because it kept sinking and sinking almost to the squat position, and now this is doing similar now, but it is still slightly better than what I had before. So, you know, it's kind of a failure, but it's, you know, it's still improvement. So anyway, this Seven of Swords fell, like kind of like that, slotted between this footstool and the fan. Remember the last thing? It was like shit hit the fan, but the fan like threw like the shit on the sails. So whoever's trying to like leave, and like, you know, when people do something bad and then they hide their hands or they try to escape, this is on my doing side. So whatever they're trying to foul up on my manifestation side and exit, they're not going to exit. It's kind of like what they're telling me is like you know, the Truman Show, how it has like, or even Minecraft, they have like the very end of this world, and it's just like a scenic wallpaper basically, but you just hit the end. You hit the end, and that's it. So that's kind of like the block on that. So shit that hit the fan, and it's ricocheting on their sails, so like they can't go anywhere. They just can't go anywhere. That's what I'm understanding. So that's on the doing side. That's what I need to be aware of. Like, they're not going to get away with this. I don't have to say, you're not going to get away with this, motherfuckers. I don't need to do that. The divine is already saying, they're just reassuring me. But let's get a clarifier if there's anything else that needs to be said. Because that could be it could mean like, no, I'm pretty sure that's what it means. Because they told me like they gave me all the visualizations tied to that. Because the only other thing that I can think of is possibly that I'm like stealing home base or something, that I'm making a quick getaway or something like that. I don't, but because the way it was positioned and all of that, that's what it means. Anything else? What is the clarifier for that? Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Knight of Cups in reverse, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Swords, Ace of Swords, the Star card, the Tower card, and the Ace of Cups. So this is a blend here. So there's a strong emphasis, like, with the truth. Like, you're stuck in the truth. Like, Eight of Swords, you're stuck. Oh, and then the truth, sorry. The absolute ace. Like, that's the Ace of Spades right there. They told me to say it like that. So, that got picked up in reversal. So, the truth will set you free is what they're saying, Tina, because this fell in reversal. So, anyway, that's pertaining to me. But here, there's a divide of energies here, okay? So, on the front end, those who do not celebrate you, but are rather codependent. These, you know what they say, like, your haters are your secret fans, basically. So it's kind of like that there with the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. That's codependent energy here. It's like the people that are like all up in your grill, all up in your business, discreetly, like hidden, because they secretly like your energy, but they're gonna call it something different. You know what I mean? They're kind of living off of your energy. You know, that kind of energy. Anyway, they're stuck. You're stuck in the truth. Okay. On the other side of being stuck in the truth is Star card. So there's hope. And this is like these are annex cards. 16 and then 17. That's how it goes in the Fool's Journey. But, so all the more reason to say that this is the finish line, the refresher. But there's just like a lot of hope and a lot of discernment. And then there's, like, despite all of this, on this end, there's like a clear, like a room divider with like, what do you call it? Like, that has good enough insulation where you can't hear what's going on the other side, because that's the way it's meant to be. You know what I mean? Like, there's some kind of like we're living two separate like timelines, two separate like worlds. But within the same arena. It's weird. It's like, this is definitely mind your own business energy, mind your own castle. So that's what they're saying with that, to be aware of that, that there's, again, a lot of things happening, and it's more important to be to pay attention to what's going on for you, Tina. Okay. Anything else that you want to say, my divine panel? What do I need to be aware of? 2 of Wands in reverse. There are still some things that are kind of just like on the running ballot. Like there's certain things that are still being there's still plans brewing. That's what they're saying here. Okay, there's still plans like in motion. Six of Pentacles. That plans for exchange, like reciprocating. Excuse me. That was some of the gases that were like trapped there, and it was kind of like a real release rather than just like it felt like more of a release. Just saying that's crazy. That like broke a certain curse or spell. Somebody, it was weird. It was very particular. That was no ordinary burp. 9 of Cups, is that right? Oh shoot. You hear the Velcro? I have these toe spacer thingies. This foot brace on. It helps my feet incredibly. I forget to wear them every now and then, so I'm setting up my space for better self-care. Anyway, on the right side, on my like knapsack of basically like tools and supplies, and the stool again is the 9 of Cups. So this is kind of like the Batman belt, the utility belt. Yeah, utility belt, like Bruce Wayne, having the resources and being able to rest, so to speak. This is happiness. This is fulfillment. Like, that's what they're saying. All right. Anything else that you want to tell me? My divine panel. It's the Emperor in reverse. So, do we have an undercover boss here? Is that me? That's what I feel like. If it's Bruce Wayne energy, then I would have to say yes. This is like the rich Dark Night of the Soul energy. It's kind of serious. It's well known for sure, but that doesn't really concern me. This is more of like trying to describe the character behind this. Following up on this energy. So, it is wealth, it is recognition, it is taking yourself seriously, meaning that there's confidence with like a tinge of like maturity behind it. So when it's like, I can get anything I want. If they don't, like in my last video, it was kind of cocky and saying like, if these prospects don't get it, if they don't get my capabilities, if they don't see it after like 2,000 videos or whatever, or even how I interact one-to-one, how engaged I am there, then they're just not ready for my kind of energy. Therefore, it's factual that it is their loss, but it's not like that energy where it's like giving them the cold shoulder, like, I didn't want to work for you anyway. It's not like that. It's more like, no, you truly are not ready for my energy, and that's a factual thing, so I'm not going to take it personal. That's just where you're at. And so definitely it's having confidence, but with that level of maturity and knowing what you bring to the table, but also knowing that people are where they're at for a certain reason. So it's just a process of elimination when you go through those prospects of those that will automatically decline you, or that will keep you in limbo, or that will automatically take you. So it's just getting to that point, just sorting through all of that. And I think the clearer that I am with myself, then the law of attraction will adhere more to manifesting them, to seeing that eye to eye on a physical level. All right. So bottom of the deck, 4 of Wands in reverse. Again, establishing roots. Your roots are showing, Tina. It's a good thing. Okay, it's splitting to this. I don't know what it is. 6 of Swords. So it's finding the chill with those foundations. Okay, like we always source when it comes to like those energetics of the Pledge of Allegiance. You know, our founding fathers, etc. If you're talking about your legacy, you're talking about the founding fathers or founding mothers, cosmic mother, whatever. So it's looking at that and not being so bummed that we're looking at the root chakra, where we're starting from basically what it sounds like square one. This is feeling honored that I get to be part of that like pioneering energy. Top of the deck, no secret to my saucies, is 3 of Pentacles. Look, it's opportunities. It's boss level, and it is carrying that Leo energy, the strength energy. You see? Right there. So it's good. This is good stuff. Alright, so there's that. What are my 3 takeaways? Uno. The Hierophant in reverse. Being outside of the box. What do they call this? Unorthodox, unconventional. This is also getting comfortable with breakup energy. So it's not so much as like a singular dimension of rejection energy. Let's say there's interviews in progress or certain prospects within like even this industry of interactions, let's say, of divination, let's say, within this field that I am currently active in, or let's say the regular 9 to 5 or another industry, whatever, okay? This is getting comfortable with the breakup energy, just knowing what's not for you, and just moving on, moving on. That's what that is. So it's like less of that sass again. If somebody has a certain aversion or disagreement with how you portray yourself, that's just their reality. And I know that I'm due for something larger than this current life, larger than the usual. So I know that these people that have rejected me or had certain questions or aversions to me, they're going to think twice once they see me at that level. And again, it's not to say like in your face, blah, blah, blah. It's just that's where people are at. Some people don't know what they're missing out on until they see you're kind of acknowledged at this level by so-and-so face or such and such a grouping. And so you know that's that. Okay. So is that my, yeah, that's my second takeaway. No, is that the first one? Shiz. Did I say dos? I don't remember. But being that the Emperor is here, if that was the primary, then I'll have 4. So whatever, okay. I'm going to get 2 more. One of my, what's the next takeaway for me? Second to last. 3 of Cups in reverse. Right now, I feel like it's singular celebration. These are domestic celebrations and like what you can find peace in, Tina. Like, that's just you. Sometimes you prefer celebrations that are more intimate, rather than like having to show up for everyone else celebrating you, or you know, celebrating a certain life event. Sometimes, Tina, you like it better when you can just celebrate on your own terms. So that's what we're giving to you right now. Okay. And this is a foreboding. I mean, Three of Cups is a very generous aspect in celebration. So it could be an underground celebration. It could mean upcoming celebrations. But for the meantime, you can rest assured that this is domestic celebrations and how you want to do it, Tina. So that's what I got. Second to last. Okay. What is my final takeaway for this particular reading? Ace of Wands. A boost of creativity. You see? It looks like a lonely log, and then all of a sudden sprouted out is this tree. Like, it doesn't look like the trunk would hold much, or like, it's very non-assuming, but then all of a sudden, like, boosh, you know? Like, it was already surprised that this was already sprouting out. And then, but then this bushel, holy smokes, that's kind of like a bouquet of flowers, like a proposal. I propose this to you, world. How do you like that? And they like that for sure. That's what they're saying there. A boost of creativity. All right, so oh, also, so for the job aspect, I think I'm gonna apply like everywhere. I think that's just what I gotta do. I have this, you know, I don't want to confuse the world, but at the same time, my angels and my divine panel have not surfaced anything yet that is anywhere, like, not even like part-time, or that there's no other alternative that they have presented yet to me. So until I get that messaging, I think I'm just supposed to cast a line like limitlessly and just see what comes of it. And just like, I'm supposed to be open, so I don't know what else they're trying to tell me, but I should not be held liable for the confusion of where I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing in order to keep my house, to keep my car, you know what I mean? Like, I should not be at that level of the challenge root chakra. The challenge root chakra should be about knowing what you bring to the table, Tina, who you are, you know, how you stand, like what are your foundations truly without the tangibles. So that's my understanding of what the lessons are, you know. The strengthening needs to be not how much do I need to sell off in order to keep a roof over my head? Or do I need to sell out on my morals and do something stupid and in order to keep the roof over my head? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's where the divine is going. So I'm going to have to say, divine panel, I'm going to pick 3 cards in which you're going to say whatever the frig you want with regards to that, okay? But that was just like 5 of Pentacles. For sure, for sure. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. And the Moon card, holy smokes. This is a storyline. This is crazy. This is like past, present, future. This is crazy. This is, I don't know, this is like a storyboard. 5 of Pentacles. I thought it was funny. I was like, what are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to say? But this is kind of like the lack mindset energy. This is where you have to be resourceful with your stuff, you know, because like you only got so much. Excuse me. Oh, those are real releases. Then 7 of Pentacles in reverse. That's cha-ching. That is the energetics of, like, that's jackpot energy. That's a harvesting. Like, just when you think like you only have like this much, then this comes in. Seven of Pentacles in reversal. Like it's ready for the reaping. It's ready. You're ready to receive your reward, Tina. And you know what? Manifestation, the moon card, the full moon card. It's here. You got it. It's just, what are saying? They're like, it's just as easy done as said. You know how they say easier said than done? It's easy. It's just as easy said as done, or done as said. So it's like, just consider it done. That's where you're at, Tina. You know, like, so I don't know what's coming through, but I don't believe that the acceptance of like a lower level, lower paying opportunity is going to omit or take away the possibility or oncoming of something better. Like, if I believed in the lack mindset constantly, I would never be where I am today. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have gotten here. So they want me to keep moving, and I think that's the gist of like why I'm getting the attacks too. They want me to keep moving. All right, that's it for now. Thank you for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally only. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength from those that call upon, cast, bring, generate, or any variation thereof, ill will, intent, and or entities. Regardless if you've been here for 5 seconds, 2 seconds, half a second, a full hour, 30 minutes, whatever the case, it all applies. Call back all of that. To pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit and Archangel Michael's blue flame for cleansings and blessings and reformatting, to light and love energy, and then be refortified in me, only me, hassle-free, no attachments, except for all bonus points included. Thanks so very much. What is going on with this? I think this is like losing its grip. It's like my sleeping thing. You see deodorant marks right there? Holy smokes. Talk about presentation. It's okay. I'm a billionaire, so you can say whatever you want. Okay, so upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due. Again, it applies to those that have been here in 2 seconds, half a second, a full hour, whatever in between. It all applies. Sending you back with your appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of roll out in light and love. I close the portals in this reading